Hey guys, it's Annette and I'm back. I haven't seen you guys in a while or been here in a while. Just been busy. I have been busy doing this stuff. My new obsession. Um, I make beads out of every type of bead. In fact, here's my second bag full of beads. Well, beaded necklaces. And then here is my first bag, which I took these all from here. Um, but yeah, they're like all kinds of beads. Like this one is a Mardi Gras type of one. I have like Michigan one, Michigan State one. I have all different pink ones. A lot of these are for little kids, but the grown-up ones I have been doing is like this one. Like they're made out of wood, and there's one that I have actually, and then I got a sorry, train of thought. I have a box. I ordered a box this big, full of just random beads. And then one of the most fun things to do is go through them. So I went through them and I sorted them by color. And this one I thought looked very beachy. Like it has all the different kinds of oranges and browns and stuff like that. It kind of reminds me of seashells and that. So I like this one. And these are different kinds of glass beads that are just pink and purple, like my favorite colors. And then I just bought some charms, like, show you. These are just a few of them. They're butterflies and owls and all kinds of different things. These I recently made for myself because I don't usually make myself stuff. But they're charms of like Paris, an angel, a butterfly, a kitten, and Paris again. And so it's just going to be my little charm bracelet. And then I bought charms. I charmed charms. I also bought, if I can get it, this whole bag is full of Eiffel Tower, and they're all the same one. It has like a star in it. So if anyone wants me to make them a necklace out of these, or like a charm bracelet, just hit me up and I'll see what I can do. This is the one I made for myself. This is what the, if you can see it, that's what the Eiffel Tower one looks like. So I made those for me. Here's another one. I like these beads. These are acrylic beads. They kind of look a little bit more grown up, have good color, as opposed to the plastic beads and some of these are glass. Like here's my rainbow one for pride. I don't know, all of them kind of have a meaning for me. Like this one's for pride. Just doing tons of them. And that's what I do to keep myself busy. So, I could literally spend hours doing that, and I love it. What else do I do to keep myself busy? Lately, I've been karaokeing, which I have to do a karaoke video and post it on my Annette Sings channel, which I believe you can find if you go into my subscriptions in YouTube and look for Annette Sings. Then you can see that channel. Some of it's good, some of it's just me being silly. And what else have I been doing? Friday night I actually had a little, or no, not Friday, Saturday night I actually had a little party here. I had my son and his friend and my friend and a couple people across the hall, and we just had a blast. We were karaokeing. We had little cliques all over the place, just talking and getting to know each other because a lot of them didn't know each other. So that was really, really fun. I needed to socialize a little bit, being, cooped up and stuff. I bought this selfie stick. So you can see. Oh yeah, see that right there? That is a Amazon box that I turned into a little house for Salem because she loves boxes. And it's so funny because she actually will run in there. Like she'll just go right through it. And when she gets scared, that she goes in there. So it's kind of a good thing I did. So that's fun. And I've also been reading my Bible, and I often just when I feel like something is disturbing me, like politics or my friends or whatever, I just kind of pray about it, and then I pick up my good little trusty Bible, and I just, right here. Okay, let's see what this one says. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with righteous right hand. That was 11:8:16 for the election. And then I also opened it up 8:12 of 12. So it's been opened there quite a few times. Maybe that's why I just went to it. But, if you look in my Bible, you'll see a lot of stuff about Trump because he was making me sick. He was, literally making my body sick. My psychiatrist said that I am to tone down the obsessive politics. And I said, well, how can I? I want to know what's going on every day. She said, well, here's the thing. You can do maybe one, maybe two, but stick to 1 hour a day of trying to figure out what's going on, and then just leave it. And as I was praying about it and thinking about it, I started thinking, who the heck am I to think that I can change anything? I mean, my voice is always going to be there, but God has this all under control, and that one, I just opened it up earlier for a friend of mine, that there's this potter, the potter's clay pot. I'm sure all of you've heard of it. And the potter's he has this lump of clay, and he's just like, I don't know what to make of it. I'll just do what I can. And God said to him, don't you think that you're kind of like my clay? Like, I mold you the way that I want you. So there shouldn't be reason for you to worry about your body or your mind or whatever. And I just took that in, and it just helps me with my anxiety and with my panic, thinking, you know what? I don't have control, and that's okay. I don't have control, and that's okay. I do what my gut tells me to do. I avoid what my gut tells me to, and I have a very, very nice life. I don't make hardly any money, but somehow I have this lovely place to live. I mean, look at it. It's really nice. I got those things. I have a nice couch that I paid, quite a bit for. And then I have my favorite go-to is Taylor Swift. She makes me so happy. And, I found, I don't know if you could see the picture. That tree picture is normally like $40. I got it off of Amazon for $16. So, I mean, I find ways to do it. So I have I have a comfortable place to live, and because of my faith, when I need something, I'll pray about it. One time, and these are all true, I swear to you, they are all true. In the name of God, that's what happened. I needed $130, and I'm like, Lord, please, I don't know where I'm going to find this $130, and it'll be an overdraft and da-da-da-da. The next day, I got a U.S. government check. This was years ago, for $130 some for some kind of refund for school, but it was through the Department of Treasury. So I didn't really know, and I waited a little while to see if there was a mistake, but I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna use it, and then if I have to pay them back, I have to pay them back. So things like that happen to me all the time. My son can attest to that because it happens to him all the time. Our faith and hope are very strong, although I can say for the last 4 years it's been diminishing to the point where I even question God because all these horrible things keep happening. And that's where it feels kind of weird, because I'm more concerned with everybody else out there than I am about myself, because I have no issues, none. I mean, I have health issues, but they're getting a lot better. I'm working really hard on them. But to know there's so much hatred out there and ignorance and wonderful people, but they're just not educated. For example, I was watching The Daily Show. This was 6 months ago or so. And this guy from the Daily Show went to a Trump rally and was acting like he was Trump, and he's like, "What's the favorite policy that Trump gave you?" And she's like, "I don't know, but I believe in him, and it's like you're excuse me, blindly following this man that really has no vision and no backup to any of his vision. He just wants to undo what Trump or Obama did, and he wants to further his political career, money, his own, it's just he's selfish and narcissistic, and it's very sad that people can't see that. Or if they do see that, the worst thing is they like it and they go for it. I am very part of the, not a part, but I back up all Black Lives Matter, and it really offends me when I hear all lives matter. Of course, all lives matter, of course. But as white women and men, we don't have the struggles that they have. And people can only assimilate what they know. And so some of them don't have hard lives at all, they're farmers or whatever, and they're like, this is my money, why should I have it go towards here or there, and why should I care about, blacks when they're not in my neighborhood or my town. And me, for example, I grew up here in Leslie, Michigan, and I don't have black people here, maybe like a handful. My cat's just doing something. Anyway, so, but my whole life, racism has been a huge part of my spirit. I fight it, and I talk to people about it. And I went to MSU and LCC, and I, have been around a lot of black people. And actually, my whole life, my dad was in the military, so we moved around every 3 years. And of course, in the military, this is as diverse as you can get. And though I had some bad experiences with black people, I'm not going to use that as a ruler to measure all of them, because I've also met some really neat ones. In fact, there was this one girl who was a friend of mine. Her name was Celeste, and we were playing hair, and I was kind of I was like, ugh, is it going to be weird to touch her hair? Like, what's it going to be like? And you know what? My first instinct was, here we go. So I'm using my brush and everything, and though it was kind of weird, it made me feel good that I can overlook that and have her still be my friend. I did braids and ponytails, and, it was so much fun, and it was such a more pure time, and I would do that, for anybody, like I pull in everybody that I can and love them with all of my heart, even like the bad people, because they need the love the most. And that's sad, but it's true. Like, if they just could get hugs and someone to listen to them, maybe they might not be so different. Anyways, that's my Pollyannish type view of the world, which my psych eval said back in 2001, that I had this Pollyanna type view of the world. Well, the last 4 years, I've definitely got bitter. I've been bitter towards getting out there and being social. I'm really bitter towards men. Like, I don't have an interest in it whatsoever. Like, I almost like, it's the closest thing to hate that I can get, because I just feel like especially most white men, cause more of the problems in this world. They're the ones that are serial killers. They're ones that hurt white people the most. They even hurt black people by, lynching them and whatever. Those are the ones who are terrorists, in my opinion. I've always felt that way. How often have we dealt with, like, Middle East terrorists? We don't. We go through spurts, but it's no different than all the crap that we are being lied to through our government. And they're the terrorists. If I want to judge, then they're the ones that are the problem, because they're not compromising. They're not using, both Republicans and Democrats, they aren't cooperating. And just like a mother and a father with different views, you need to have that camaraderie to make the decisions that both, Trump and both, Democrats. See, that's the thing. I don't even say Republicans anymore. I say just Trump. and people know that I'm talking about Republicans. There's a lot of problems I have with Republicans, but I will see them as an entity that, as a group that has a lot to give. They're more logical and more steady and conservative, and whereas the other side is more giving and loving and giving back and social. They're socially wanting to take care of things. They're humane. And the other side is not that it's inhumane, but if you look at their core values, they're not exactly for the people. They're like, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this, you can't do this. Ah, but you can have the right to keep your gun. Look at it. Look at it. There's only one core value that says something like, we care about people. There's only one, so check that out. So besides beating and avoiding politics and social issues, which I don't, when it comes to social issues, I do what I can, but I don't want to say that I'm ignoring it, but because of my health and mental state and emotional state, I just can't envelop myself anymore, because I just can't. So what else is going on? My son is awesome. He is doing so great. Recently, he finally hit his goal, or one of his goals, of losing 50 pounds. In high school, when he was a wrestler, he was chubby, and then he got bulked up after he graduated, like really bulked. And then he started being more of a runner, so now he's like skin and bones, literally, like skin is like hanging off of him. But he's Asian, so it's more like elastic. He's more like, his dad has like stretchy skin, so you can't really tell. But when I hug him, I feel bone, and it's just, I miss the squishy him. The squishy him, just like Miranda sings. The squishy part of him that, I miss. But he's doing so great, and he is with the love of his life that he fell in love with the first day he met her in kindergarten. I wish I could tell you their story, but it's their story. It kills me, though, because a lot of it is because of what I did to get them there. But, here's my selfie stick going awry. So, yeah, what else has been going on? Did I already mention that I have been karaokeing? And I need to do some karaokeing for my karaoke channel. So maybe I'll do that a little later today. Other than that, there's really nothing else going on. My friend Jen has been staying here for the last 2 or 3 weeks because she's in between apartments, and she's moving out today or tomorrow, and I'm sad because it's been so nice having someone here, and I get to make dinner for them and take care of them. I mean, I'm such like a mother. I just like, can I make you something to eat? What do you want? Oh, well, can I do that for you? Yeah, okay. I just get very motherly around people because I love people so much it hurts. And when I'm bitter, that light kind of dims, it's like Tinkerbell. Because I've always thought of myself, like when I die, I know I'm going to be this little tiny entity that's just floating around and can be whatever size she wants to entertain and make people happy and hug them. And one day I asked my son, I said, if you were to see me in the afterlife, because we were talking about everybody, not just me, how would you view me? He's like, as a fairy, like just flitting around, being free. And that's how I am. So, but like I said, the last 4 years, that light has dimmed. And being on YouTube brings my light out. So I don't really seem to care who watches it, but I do care about being in the spotlight. I do love that. But the best thing is that applause when you get done and you're just like, and you're high and you get applause, and even if you did a crappy job, you get applause. And that's my crack. So, all right, well, I think I'm going to go karaoke. I hope that was enough. Let's see, oh my gosh, yeah. It's 19 minutes so far. I hope YouTube will take it. All right, guys, thank you so much for listening and being with me. I love you with all my heart, and I hope that you're safe and healthy and wearing masks, okay? I love you, and we'll talk to you later.